Is this man Britain's next Prime Minister?
Sigma, Sigma on the wall. Who's the skibbidiest of them all?
Reform UK's emergence as a force to be reckoned with has been met with total confusion from the political establishment and even many lifelong voters of traditional British parties. I honestly find this completely baffling, as not only have we just left behind an incredibly unpopular Conservative government, but we're now in the midst of an incredibly unpopular Labour government. So it's entirely understandable for voters to look for alternatives if they feel let down by both major parties. You could ask why the Liberal Democrats haven't seen an equal resurgence, but that's quickly explained away by the reality that they already did. Way back in 2010, when the Lib Dems entered coalition with the Conservatives and basically abandoned their manifesto. Now they're much closer in policy to the Labour Party and have essentially managed to push away both sides of the political spectrum. The Green Party is also unsurprisingly polling in the single digits, as their policy platform is actually pretty far away from the main concerns of the public at the moment, with their opposition to both Trident and significant immigration reform being two of the most notable. So with those factors in mind, I don't think anyone should be remotely surprised by the electoral success of reform. Now, simply by making this observation and justifying why well-meaning people could vote for reform, I'm breaking quite significantly from the major parties' attempts to brand the party as extremists and far-right fascists. Now, regardless of whether or not you agree with that, I just can't see how this is an effective method of attack. In fact, it's the exact strategy they used against Donald Trump in the US.
Do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do.
And look where that got them. All this does is play into the narrative that Reform UK is shaking up the political establishment, and all you have to do to stick it to Labour and the Conservatives is to vote for them. If the major parties instead focused on Farage's close ties to political figures who are very unpopular in the UK, such as Donald Trump, his leading of the Brexit Party, or even the dysfunctional party structure that led to one of their more popular MPs, Rupert Lowe, being suspended, I think we wouldn't be in a position where the person most likely to be Britain's next Prime Minister is Nigel Farage. And just going back to the Trump point, I think there is proof that this is a successful strategy. The Trumpian candidates of Pierre Poilievre in Canada and Peter Dutton in Australia both lost their election largely because of their similarities to the American president. From my view, if this attack works on candidates who have never even met Trump, I don't see why it wouldn't on someone who claims to be a close friend of his. Of course, we also wouldn't be in this position if Labour hadn't run a campaign of change only to deliver very little, or if either major party weren't trying to stop reform by attempting to become reform. You can't allege that a party are extremists if you're moving closer and closer to their policies. I don't think this is a very effective line of attack by itself, but they could at least try to be consistent. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching, see you next time.